It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want
John.
to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. Glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon.
Just a little bit. Just a little adjustment before we get started. I'm happy to be here. I said I wasn't even going to be here. I had a fucking cardboard cutout last week, and now I've got something somewhat better than that, I think. Dylan's finally back, guys. Not teaching today. Can't teach me shit. You can't teach that.
This is a teachable moment.
I love that. Last week, I talked about my excitement. Wrestlemania Behind the Curtain documentary coming live on YouTube Wednesday. We're on the next Monday now, and still no whereabouts of it. I don't know what happened to it. I never actually got to look into it, but I heard like they just weren't done with it. Point blank, period, not done.
See, this is like the video game market. When E3 was a thing, people would complain because they would announce things that weren't even close to ready yet.
Not even remotely. They probably hadn't even started yet. They're like, we're going to drop this Wednesday, and then they got drunk on fucking Monday morning. We're like, hold on.
But yeah, I don't know where it's at. I kind of don't care either.
Do I have to blur this out? I don't think they'll sue us. I feel like because of the great job we do, they're not going to sue us, and we're not slandering them, so.
We love you guys.
They don't sue us for that, so there's that.
That's true.
There's that. Now that you're here, I've got to ask, how do you feel about me calling like 80% of WrestleMania?
I
called a lot
pretty
of
much
it.
spot on. I mean, you're normally spot on, I feel like. It's me with my wild predictions that kind of...
Bananas.
Hey, I guess I'm right, as we'll see.
Dude, you're bananas. And what I am excited for that is here, that isn't a lie, Wrestling in the Middle world title matches are back this week.
Let's go.
First one being the women's match, and this is the first match out of 2K24. Actually, it's not the first match out of 2K24 we're playing, per se, because we have done that before.
Yeah, the Stone Cold things.
Yep, that's what it was.
But now it's the first title match, right?
Yep, I finally have the titles moved over. The men's title, little fun fact here, that's not so fun, actually. The titles are moved over, but I have an issue with Swerve. I mean, I told you about it like weeks ago. It was holding me back. Finally got it fixed. Face scans, not downloading. So I did the Wrestling in the Middle men's title match on 2K23 still, but
that's fair. I mean,
it is on 2K24. It's just
eventually 2K24 will be usable.
Debugged.
They never get rid of everything, but
No.
it'll be usable.
Now I'm gonna cut our hard cam off for a little bit.
Bye.
We're still on audio though.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, you're not free yet. That's because we're getting ready to show this match. There we go. Mako Satomura defending against 2020 Rhea Ripley. Wanted to spice it up a little bit.
With the Saiyan armor inspired gear. Love that.
Dude, it bangs. And then Bailey. Of course, common theme here is pretty easy to figure out. Winners of WrestleMania.
Mako should have been in WrestleMania. Maybe one day.
Maybe tomorrow.
She doesn't have much time left. I don't know how long she's going to be in the business for.
I mean, I've seen some things. All right, let's get this started.
That's fair.
3, 2, 1. Mako is immortal. All right. Only Hulk Hogan's immortal, apparently. In fact, let's keep the match on the computer screen. I'm pulling notes out of my phone.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I just want to let you guys know that Pete Dunne, he's been doing all the producing for most of the speed matches. It's pretty crazy. I hope that doesn't mean he's going off of in-ring action.
I know that's what you said when you heard he produced that first one.
Yeah.
And even if it is, let him be happy.
He deserves a big moment, man. At least he got to be at WrestleMania. That's the big thing, I think.
Dude, I hated Rhea Ripley's theme back then. I didn't hear. I mean, I just feel like Motionless in White made that theme way better than it was.
I didn't hate it, but this is definitely better.
Oh, yeah. All right. Moving to Raw, straight off the rip. Sold out crowd for Raw after WrestleMania. So sold out that they had to add more seats and reduce the look of the set, which, to be honest, felt cooler and more
Yeah,
like...
I think it worked out for the best.
It felt like more like the original Raw vibe. Like back in the Manhattan Center days, whenever the Ico Pro days, as I like to call it, whenever it just felt like real closed, tight in. Also, beating their previous record-breaking gate record. I know, they're on a roll.
I mean, it is the Raw after Mania. That's the big one, man.
Big business.
Not AEW.
Similar to 2 years before when I saw Cody Rhodes open up the Raw after WrestleMania 38, arguably the worst fucking one. He opens up this Raw, but now as champion, and
Let's go.
what a fucking feeling, am I right?
Oh my god, it's so beautiful, man.
Dude.
And then...
gives the incredibly sold out crowd what they came for, as far as it being a whole different feeling from 2 years ago.
Yes.
Gets interrupted by The Rock. Crowd gives him Undertaker chants. That was fucking hilarious.
And then
This is the Raw after WrestleMania crowd.
couldn't get a word in, and then
Yeah,
proceeded to have an awkward segment.
They give him the Dominic Mysterio treatment, is what I said. They give him the good old dirty Dom treatment by booing him. And again, it's The Rock, so that's what makes it feel weird to me. But it's 2024, man. Wrestling's different. Segment is fucking wild. Somehow we even evolve into The Rock asking if he could hold Cody's belt.
Which apparently a lot of people have said on Twitter that this is a callback to 2013 when The Rock had the WWE Championship.
Interesting.
And Cody Rhodes comes out and he's like, I want to take a look at that, the title that for the next 13 years won't be synonymous with The Rock. It'll be synonymous with Cody Rhodes. Well, it took some time, but...
That's 11 years of foreshadowing. Holy shit.
I guess we're here now.
11 years in the making. I mean, this shit was like 40 years in the making. From the day WrestleMania was invented in 85, Cody Rhodes was going to win that belt.
Dang, this guy...
This goes back before Dusty Rhodes even held that title up.
Whoa,
It actually doesn't. That's the start of the story, my bad.
I was about to say, hold on, wait a minute.
Mako Satomura in the building, holding the Wrestling in the Middle Women's World title. And let me point out real quick, it looks the same, it looks beautiful, and I love it. Just a few differences in the design. The AEW logo is more modernized from our old logo, which was the gold logo. And then the ROH logo, there wasn't any good ones in the custom images, so I actually used the image from the ROH Championship to make it into a side plate. It's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to do lettering.
Could have done that, but
it wouldn't have looked as good.
I like it. It looks like a little silver coin in there. It looks cool. I thought. So, plus, they're my belts. I designed them. I get to do that.
Dude.
Back to Cody and The Rock. They hold each other's belts, and I screamed, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Is this a euphemism?
Fans chant, "This is awkward," to that part.
Because it's a euphemism.
They also sing goodbye to him, as he says he has to go away, of course, but he is coming back for Cody someday. Question of the century: what did The Rock put into Cody's hands?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what he put into Cody's hands.
I think it was a receipt.
It was the crushed up last makeup he used to put on the Stardust.
I think he just got a receipt from the grocery store and handed him a physical receipt. Like, hey, your receipt's gonna come for this shit, bitch.
Or a Black Adam ticket. Be like, hey, don't break my heart. Go see Black Adam next time.
I don't know, dude. I've tried to look into it, but alright. Opening match. Did you see that shit coming? Shinsuke versus Dragunov. I said, holy shit.
I was watching at home alone, and I was like, I had to text my brother, and I kept saying like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. He was like, what's going on? And I was just like popping, I was yelling, and it was so good.
It was pop yelling. Maybe wasn't the match maybe wasn't a 5-star classic, but decent enough, and the surprise alone deserves the pop. So.
I just wish Shinsuke wasn't relegated to being beaten by everyone.
Yeah, I know. It hurts me more than anybody. Well, and that might not be true. There's a lot of people that get offended by it, and rightfully so.
At the same time, like...
Finish the story, Shinsuke.
To bring Dragunov in, you could have brought him in to beat, like, Tozawa or something, but to bring him in to beat someone like Shinsuke... that gives more credence, so it makes a little bit of sense at least.
What was really interesting about it, and we won't stay on it too long because Raw was packed for sure, but what was really interesting about it was immediate reaction.
Yes.
From being from NXT and the Raw after WrestleMania crowd, they fucking
I think
knew.
I said at one point that having Dragunov come up and immediately face Gunther wouldn't have the same reaction as it did, but maybe I was wrong.
Maybe because like he got more of a reaction than you might have thought. We get our first glimpse at Priest as World Heavyweight Champion, and how do you think he looks with the title?
Looks pretty good, I think. He has the aura.
This is cringy as fuck.
Oh, no.
Bailey was trying to spear her through his face planning. Damn.
Mitchell said, fuck it. Through the table you go.
That was worse than Collision last night, but we'll get to that way later.
Damn.
R-Truth brings the tag title back to the Judgment Day.
Yes.
I just can't with this shit.
I can.
Miz couldn't either. And all the segment strangely leads to, though, is R-Truth proposing a 6-man tag between the Judgment Day and him, Miz, and a partner they can't see. The Cena chants come in.
Of course.
Obviously. But we enter into a handicap match after commercial. And not gonna lie, it's a handicap match that started to put me to sleep, man. That's because I was sleepy. I was tired.
Yeah. They were showing off a little bit, but then who would have seen it coming?
Get that table, Bailey. Well, and before we even get to that, Cena comes in. He woke me up by coming in. That's energy.
That's what I meant.
But here's something else that I've never pointed out that I want to point out as Bailey throws a table into the air. Psychologically, or if that's the even word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm really dumb today. I fall asleep watching wrestling very easily. Damn, that was fucking hard. I fall asleep watching wrestling very easily because I always go to sleep with it on. So, psychologically speaking, every time I'm watching a really quiet match or just a more fundamental match, I fall asleep a lot because my brain is so used to...
See, I have something similar, especially when I watch, like...
Bailey creeping.
I'm going to talk about this later. Angelico.
Interesting. You're going to talk about Angelico. I didn't expect to talk about him today. Not my cup of tea, but he's...
I like him, but at the same time, I fall asleep, like you said.
Yeah, that's fair. Put black-haired Cody on our DVD screen. We got Full Gear in the DVD screen today. Full Gear 2020.
Let's go.
That scared me. I forgot his hair was dark. Alright, so I woke up to what Michael Cole described as a 15-knuckle shuffle and a triple AA, which mathematically would be 6 A's. That's better. That's better. Crazy segment, though. Just as crazy, Liv Morgan attacks Rhea Ripley backstage.
She yeeted that chair.
Dude, she ate it. Cool camera cut from that all the way through the crowd and down to ringside where we see Indy Hartwell versus Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
This, as well as that opening match with Shinsuke and Dragunov, is proof we are in the Triple H era all the way.
We're getting proper NXT call-ups.
Oh, that coffee's cold. Fuck that.
Which, I mean, they're not called up yet, but as they announced with Dragunov, he's going to be part of the draft. I assume Roxanne will be, whether they'll have the titles or have to drop them, we'll see. But the Roxanne thing I didn't mention was Indy actually looked pretty decent. She hasn't looked that decent in a while.
Oh, set that table on fire.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you can't sleep on Indy. I mean, she is a former NXT champion, and that was something funny that happened during this match was Roxanne screaming at Indy, "You never deserved my title."
Sometimes heel Roxanne works, sometimes it doesn't. That was one of those times it did.
Man, that was fucking hilarious. Regardless of how you feel, Roxanne Perez wins the match. Sammy comes out to do his thank yous and you deserve it. Gets interrupted by Imperium's Kaiser and Vinci, and of course Gable comes to the rescue, and it turns into a good old titty tag match. Oh shit.
Player.
Oh shit. Oh, I thought Rio was about to be our champion again.
Nah.
That was fucking close. Alright. Later on, we get a backstage segment that sees Sammy talking to Gable and joking with him before letting him know that he is honorably wanting to defend his IC title tonight on Raw, Montreal.
Let's go. It's going to be a hype match. I just wonder where Gable goes after, because I assume he's losing. If he becomes heel, if, I don't know, he becomes permanently Sammy's coach or something, I don't know.
I don't see the heel turn. I just think it's going to be a good old match, and Chad Gable's going to lose clean, and Rhea's going to go through this flaming table outside the ring.
That's fair.
Bars. Sheamus return. Imminent. Coming on
Hype.
tonight.
On Raw, though, I expected on SmackDown, but I
I've
guess...
never been excited for... Hold on, we got a pin. Never been excited for a Sheamus return until now, though.
That's true. Hey, new champion.
New champ. Bailey. She's leading us into the future in every form and fashion.
Just like she did for the Four Horsewomen, just like she did for the between Vince losing power, Triple H gaining power era, and just like she's doing now for the...
Dark Era Part 2. That was the real Dark Age. Oh, no.
H era, yeah.
There's some darker ages, but...
Yeah.
I mean... Alright, let's take the match down here. Let's get our hard cam back up. Beep, boop, bop. You're gonna... Guys, don't look at him when the camera comes back on. I'm gonna adjust to... While we do that... Let me get the raw notes on the screen. Hey, we're back. We're back on here. He's doing the thing again. Drew comes out on Raw just as mad as you would expect him to be.
Yeah.
Called Damian Priest Bondage Undertaker instead of what we on the internet call him Bisexual Undertaker.
Sponsorship and all kinds of things. You know, you gotta play it safe, I guess.
I don't love that, and I could
don't
do a
either.
hole through the table on that one. But let's make quick note of Michael Cole's call of we're going to try to do some business over here, but there's a wild Scottish man swinging and throwing a chair around, and sit down, Pat, I don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Oh my gosh. I forget Michael Cole's from Texas. Shout out to San Antonio, Texas. I used to work there.
Let's go.
Fatal 4-way action in the main event to determine a number one contender, and Drew almost gets his chance back, but CM Punk costs him, and we get Jey Uso as number one contender.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeet.
This kind of makes sense.
Headphone fell out.
I love that that Drew and Punk are just going to continue to butt heads.
You just made the list. You didn't make the list. I wasn't. I'm sorry. I just like to do that. That's just a gimmick that I like. I thought Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens was like the best thing on television back then. You had to be there, man. Like, okay, we'll get to NXT time in just 1 second, but Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho better than you, baby. It's like, dude, those are the bromances of wrestling that I can't shut up about to this day.
That's very fair.
Dink, dink. Here you go. Cheers. It's NXT time.
Tink.
I'm not drinking that coffee anymore. It's fucking cold as hell. I'm not doing it. NXT after Mania felt like Raw after Mania.
It really did.
It was dope. Again, I know this is your thing, but I'm just as excited this week for it.
Yeah.
You called this a long time ago.
I
from
did.
What I understand.
So I pretty much said Tatum is going to turn on Lyra.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to take this long. And apparently, from reports, not a lot of people knew about it internally. This
Really?
was like, yeah. It wasn't rehearsed. They were just like, told a few people, like, you're going to do this. And
Close
she
to the
did.
best.
So, I guess now Lyra's going to move into a feud with Tatum while Natalya versus Roxanne.
Yeah.
It was
I mean, I liked that too. Ava sets up Natalya, Roxanne for the next 2 months. So we'll get down to the match later. First, before we get to that too, Axiom and Frazier get one more shot, and if they lose, they disband and go separate ways.
When they said this, I immediately thought they're gonna make Frazier and Axiom have like a best of series or something.
Yeah, I was seeing split singles runs like it, because again, what we said a couple episodes ago. On episode 17 was like, what do you do after the War Dogs win? Or not War Dogs, sorry, I've been watching New Japan a lot. Sorry,
Dogs.
Lots of New Japan lately. But after the Wolf Dogs retained at Stand Delivers, like, where do you go with them from there? And then literally next Tuesday, I'm not even going to wait to announce it. They fucking do it. They actually fucking do it.
Yes!
They win the tag team
God.
titles in a shocker.
That was the second time of the week I popped so hard.
I was like, what? And again, I know it's further in the card, but like, I have to announce that one.
It was so weird because the Wolf Dogs are so over.
Yeah.
But
then afterwards get attacked by AOP, who I said should be back in NXT. So
that's fair.
They
brought Karrion with them, but
signed off on that one.
Maybe Karrion will get some rejuvenation as well. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. we found out the big gamble Andre Chase made was betting that Thea Hale at the Great American Bash was going to win the women's title.
It's oddly wholesome.
It's wholesome, but she's pissed.
I mean, I would be too, to be fair.
I forgot about that whole match. When he said that, I was like, Thea Hale? When did he throw in the I forgot about that whole match.
Yeah,
and that pay-per-view was dope.
That started that whole storyline,
Yeah,
too.
I know. It's just, I forgot that
You're
part.
just not a fan of Chase Hughes.
I hated it back then. I mean, I still don't like it that much, but I will admit, after the whole scandal thing, they found ways to make it interesting, even to fans like me.
It's crazy how it's still going this way. Like,
Dude. See the no quarter catch crew without Drew Gulak. Did you expect it? I mean,
I kind of did. I was like, we're not going to see Drew Gulak today, are we?
I wondered if they were going to do anything about it or not, and they said, no, we are.
It's seemingly, like, we'll see if he gets released or anything. Or
Yeah, maybe they're looking into it, investigations.
I think that's a good movie either way. I'm just wondering, like, what do you do? And that was another thing. With Axiom and Fraser, I thought, what if they lose, split up, Axiom disappears, A-Kid comes back, and becomes like another member of the no quarter catch crew. To kind of like someone has to step up for Drew Gulak though. I don't know who takes that role as kind of
Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey.
I guess so, yeah.
Unless Chad Gable goes and brings him to the Alpha Academy, or Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne could just combine. We can get the no quarter catch crew along with the new Catch Republic and
no quarter catch Republic crew quarter catch.
Yeah, the new quarter Republic. This is now they're 50 cents. So this is the 2 quarter catch Republic Kingdom. Now there's
Kingdom.
We see Javon Evans move up from NXT 2.0 to NXT Wednesdays.
NXT level up.
Level up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's like,
I've said multiple times, I was like, I saw him, but I wasn't very impressed. This match, this impressed me.
They impress me as well, and they're not even sponsoring today, but I love these business cards. Shout out to Retro All. I just like to shout them out because they treat us so nicely.
They do.
That's why we have all these nice things. So, all right. We get to Natalya versus Roxanne, and Roxanne gets the win after Lola Vice comes out to distract Natty and shake her hips around. That's what we're back to.
I hate that that's her whole... She's a badass. She's certified badass.
She really is. That's what I was saying.
But her whole thing is... And I guess she had to have some sort of character because we saw what happened with Ronda. But, like, come on, man.
Dude. Natty comes back with a backstage attack. So
hell yeah,
and I hope she beats her ass. I hope she beats her ass.
This ends with Lola getting the win over Natty eventually.
Only note about Lola Vice's ass you'll hear me make in this, so is that I hope Natty beats it. That's the only Lola Vice ass note I made. Next is Daddy ass. Now, Obafemi flexes his dominance and gets met with Ivar, and I fucking love the meat matchup, man.
This is so good.
Obafemi grunts turning into meat chants. I love it.
I love it. And sorry, I had to do it once.
Meat.
I love Obafemi. Like, he just gets it so early. You don't get a lot of people that do that. And again, I have to say that triple threat match was so good. Mm. Apparently, though, Briggs is injured because of it.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, 2 cracked ribs.
Get well soon card coming.
Yeah, that sucks.
Start sending get well soon cards to wrestlers, and then coercing them to do interviews. I would never coerce anybody to do an interview. What the fuck? Jack warns Noam Dar, and I'm gonna just say this now. You need to swerve, dude. You leave Noam Dar alone. Noam is on the way to the NXT title run. Maybe even an Intercontinental title shot. I hope. So, I see all that in the next 6 months. I don't need my supernova getting distracted.
Okay, but
swerve.
How can you not get distracted when you need to feast your eyes?
Mm-mm.
Yeah?
Nope.
I'm sorry. I hate the context of his character sometimes, but overall, Jack is just so good.
Yeah. I love that you still stuck with Jack though. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if he said Dijak, but I think it's funny that you stick with it. Trick Williams comes out and says he's gonna slay the Mad Dragon. Ilya comes out and initially says no, you're not. And then, like, nothing else happened for them to be like, actually, we're doing this in 2 weeks at spring break-in. nothing happened to they kept talking and like, well, we're gonna do it then.
I can't remember. See,
I can. He went
fun
from
fact,
no to.
I didn't take notes this week. Busy week. But I can't remember exactly what was said. I want to say that at this point they're at a. I feel like they're better friends than Carmelo and Trick were.
It literally, like, they were just standing there, and Ilya was like, no, you don't get another shot. You already got your shot. And then, literally, they didn't say anything else other than just small talking up to, okay, so we're going to do it in 2 weeks. And then Carmelo Hayes comes and attacks him. Trick, of course, tells him, I'm going to beat your ass in a steel cage first. So
This almost feels like rush booking, almost, because we do have the draft coming up, and obviously... Dragunov's probably moving up. Carmelo's definitely moving up, I guess. So, with that being said, does Trick take the title from Dragunov?
Brother, this actually is a great segue for me to put some depth notes in here. I'm going to read these out because I got some very in-depth notes about this. First being, Trick Williams displayed the total package presence throughout all this. And what I mean by that is he's slowly showing the... it factors in the ring, on the mic especially, it factor. And of course, the major component, over with the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Way definitely. Over with the crowd. Second, being that because of the first and the direction of his storyline, I foresee the possibility that we see Melo getting drafted to Raw during the draft and low-key Trick Williams to SmackDown. I think maybe they're ready to invest in Trick higher and give him a main roster push. But I know it's kind of wild for how early and almost flash in the pan this could be, but... I think they might be ready to do that. We'll see.
The big question I have here, and I don't want to spend too much time because obviously we have a show to do. But
we're making better time than last.
We have NXT. We have a lot of these superstars that are going to be moving up. Dragunov, Braun's already moving up. I don't know if Corbin's going with him or not. It doesn't sound like it, but
he's not going anywhere.
Because what you didn't have in your notes, I don't think, is that after the show. When the show went off air, Braun gave a little bit of a goodbye speech. You know, he said, I'm officially done with NXT, you know, thank you guys, everyone. Even Corbin was like, man, you helped me a lot.
Interesting.
You rejuvenated my career. You reignited my fire, you know. It was great teaming with you. Now go win the World Heavyweight Championship.
Interesting, because, and I watch on unknown or unnamed wrestling site, again, they agreed not to sponsor us, so I agreed not to ever say their name on our show again. But I watched replay, of course, so I actually didn't see that segment at all. I would have made a note 100%. I had no idea that even happened.
It was off the air. No one saw it. You had to get it off Twitter and stuff.
I was off that.
There's so many people moving up. Is that a good move? Do we have enough people in NXT to take over the reins for all those people?
That's a hard question because I want to actually say, and there's a lot of people stuck down in developmental, not even getting NXT TV time.
One other thing is that besides that, they did kind of tease when they had Pierce, Ava, and all this all together that Ava at one point says, or even main roster stars coming to NXT.
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember her saying that.
So,
I don't know if I wrote that in a note or not, but I might have. I'd have to look once we get to that point.
Will we see some of those main roster people actually full-time NXT, like Corbin?
Maybe. And again, like in the women's division, too, you have so many people not... Your Sol Rukas, your Carmen Petrovics, your... oh my gosh, I can't. Kalani Jordans, thank you.
Yeah.
You have I know. There's so many women though that are like ready to move up that are gonna have to wait until the Lyras are gone, the Roxannes are gone. So there's room. I say there's room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the camera so we can get to the men's match here.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. Pull it up on the screen. You can see it. They can't. Again, we're stuck in 2K23 for the men's match on this one, but. Swerve Strickland defending against Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and just start it off the bat and then dive right into some AEW notes I got. So,
hell yeah.
3, 2, 1, ECW. It's at the One Night Stand Arena.
Oh, yeah. I just saw that. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's go to AEW.
I just became an AEW insider yesterday.
What?
Oh my gosh, the sound's on. I hate when I leave the sound on. mute the sound so I can talk over it.
Are you serious, or did someone...
You can become an AEW insider by going to allelitewrestling.com and clicking on tab, and basically what it entails is you get access to like special deals, ticket sales, stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it sounds really cool though, right? Saying I'm an AEW insider now. Matt Hardy, officially a free agent and not with AEW, posting videos of him at WWE shows in the crowd. If him and Jeff Hardy both are truly done at AEW, I have 2 notes.
Yes.
I wonder what happened, because he said he wanted to finish his career there. And I wonder if maybe bringing Edge in fucked it up, though they said they buried the hatchet, and I feel like that's a stretch. But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? It just, coincidentally speaking, he came in, Matt Hardy stopped showing up.
That is coincidence, for
Yeah.
sure.
Also, number 2, you realize that I saw their last AEW appearance live, and that's fucking crazy.
That is insane.
I saw Matt Hardy's last AEW appearance live, and maybe Jeff Hardy's too.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they didn't like the way that situation got handled.
I know they were very upset with their booking at some point, so, I mean...
We'll see how it plays out. I mean, he could still re-sign. Like, that's not off the table, but that... I don't know. He's showing up to a lot of those WWE events, just posted up, like, loving it, feeling out these sold-out crowds that he could be a part of, and that's scary. But I respect everybody's decision.
Yeah, everyone should go where they're happy. That's my...
I mean, it's Cody's era. That's the Cody era. Look at him. He's strapped up. All the titles. All the belts. Okay. We're opening up Dynamite with Joe versus Dustin, but Swerve jumps Joe first thing, so we're not opening up the show with Joe versus Dustin.
It was a swerve.
Oh, good one. Instead, we go with the TNT title match. Edge wins, and a fight ensues between him and Brody King, Julia Hart, and a cavalress, Willow Nightingale. That just sounds good.
Yeah.
She's the cavalry.
It was a hell of a match. Like...
It was, and it turns into a tag team match.
I don't know how much longer he can go like this, though, man. He looks so winded.
I'll help him with his conditioning if he needs to get to Dynasty in one piece. EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, blame FTR and having to put their EVP caps on for why they lost it all. They show the footage without audio, and they kind of blur the lines for this storyline, but what's your thoughts on the footage, aside from, what they're just doing for the storyline?
Okay, so here's what it looked like to me, and everyone has a different take. It kind of looked like Punk tried to swing. He pushed him, obviously, but it looked like a very forceful push, almost like a swing. And at that point, when someone swings at me, my immediate reaction is, I'm going to swing back. Obviously, there's a lot of adrenaline, testosterone, everything backstage. They're gonna get angry. They're gonna get their blood pumping, and they're gonna get in fights. Tony Khan should have handled it though, and I get it. Someone pointed out that it even looked like Punk may have said a slur to him.
That part I feel like would be a stretch, because I didn't see his mouth at all, and there was no audio.
I don't know. Someone pointed that out, but I don't know.
One thing that's pointed out that I am kind of stuck on too is like, why did Tony say he feared for his life, or when did that happen?
I mean, I know Punk directly looked at Tony. You could see him directly turn towards him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, on one hand, I want to say, yeah, I get it. With so much testosterone and adrenaline, you know what these people were like. You've been in this business for a while, so you know that they can kind of fly out the handle sometimes. Yeah. So I would understand fearing for my life, but to the degree he said, I don't know. Maybe not fearing for my life, but I would fear getting punched or hit or something when I'm not in a position to get that. Yeah.
FTR come out and get mad about it, of course, but passionately mad. Mad. I sent this tweet out, and this is going to foreshadow to something I have in Collision, but we've seen FTR versus Young Bucks several times, and we know it delivers. But would it be too much to ask it to get FTR versus the Young Bucks in a steel cage match? I sent that tweet out, and let's just keep that in the back of our minds here. Yeah. Will Ospreay claps back at Triple H, and amidst that cuts an amazing promo. Here's the tweet that I sent out. That Ospreay promo was fucking amazing, and it was.
It was amazing.
I don't know if you saw it too. There was more context he added that I read after the fact as to why he took it so personal.
Yeah, I saw the context.
Oh, nice hiccup there.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's funny because my friend that I do my universe mode with, they brought up the possibility that Triple H wasn't actually talking about Will Ospreay, but he might have been talking about Monet and Okada.
He could have been talking about any of them, but it was taken personally.
I could see that, and like I said, with everything going on, it looked very bad in my opinion. But at the same time, he reserved the right to respond the way he did if it was directed at him, because Ospreay afraid of the grind. What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, that is bullshit. Okada accepts Pac's challenge, and they're headed to Dynasty. You think the new Elite is leaving with all the gold out of Dynasty?
Yeah.
The Bucks leaving with the tag titles. I'm rooting for FTR a little bit. I don't know, though. We have a champagne toast hosted by the AEW Women's World Champion, Toni Storm, which ends up being the elusive play to attack Thunder Rosa and try to wipe her makeup off.
That was funny.
It was. Mercedes gets attacked in an interview after the lights go out. I guess I'm back on Julia Hart retaining now. That was the thing. Which, this is not true, and this is going to knock a Rampage note I have out later, but that Wednesday on the Rampage taping, we thought Julia Hart got injured. She looked to be injured in a match with Layla Hirsch, and it seemed like they had to call a quick finish.
Yeah.
But she is scheduled to wrestle this Wednesday, so she's fine. So we will see, but it appears she's fine. Good for Dynasty. We finally get to Joe versus Dustin, and it goes about how you'd expect it to, but we go off the air with Swerve holding up the AEW World title, and I just need to keep that image in my mind.
Hell yeah.
I just need to keep that image
You gotta
there.
pull the trigger here. Like,
It's time.
I will make note, like, a little further, I think it was Collision, they had a commercial with just Swerve.
Yeah.
You know,
they've been playing that commercial over and over.
That's the first time I've seen that one, because there's the one where they have like everyone having a little bit to say, but there's one with just Swerve, and I'm like,
yeah.
you gotta give it to him. If you're doing this, you gotta give it to him.
Since Wednesday, they've been playing that solo Swerve one like on every program. It's really, really cool, and I'm hoping it is, trying to set us up for something. Dude, this match is going hard. This match is going really, really hard.
Let's go.
You can kind of tell who I'm playing as.
Yeah.
Anyway. On to Rampage. Orange Cassidy is sad about his new friends fighting, and it reflects in his wrestling.
Yeah.
Chucky T seemingly on the fence about it.
I thought he was gonna attack Cassidy.
Dude, I thought so too. I thought so too.
I even made note, like, he looks a little emo right now. You got that emo look about, like, I thought I was getting ready to listen to My Chemical Romance.
I thought Cody was about to throw that table. I was like, don't throw the table.
You can't throw a table.
He's just setting it
not
up.
in this game.
I did light it. Oh, I just spoiled that. It's alright. Alright, so cat's out of the bag. I'm playing a Swerve. But like I always say, the possibility of me losing is not out of
the
question.
possibility of you knocking out the referee is like 99-1.
I know. I fucking laid his ass out.
I think it's the female ref. Yeah, it is.
Laid her ass out.
It's Budget Shayna Baszler.
Alright, let's get Sammy through this flaming table. I'll stop for a flaming table spot on any... just do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, the flames are over there now. Now that fan is in a fire hazard. Okay.
I love that.
Cool Hand Ange and Zack Knight fight, and it wasn't as good as it could have been for how long this storyline has been going on, but it at least continued telling the story in the ring, and that's quality enough. Just, I have to ask you guys now, where are you going from here?
Because Ruby didn't come out and he got his ass kicked.
What were we building towards a Rampage match and just gonna kill a 4 or 5 month storyline out of that? I don't know. Again, this storyline was really interesting for all this time, so I was kind of disappointed with finish, but I at least make note that they told the story in the ring.
People have been saying, like, Saraya hasn't wrestled in 3 months, and Saraya at one point said, like, I know, it sucks.
Oh, man. I love this note that I'm reading here on the bottom of my phone screen. It says, Roddy and Kyle seem to be at an impasse now, and I'm hoping we're getting the match out of this that we all want. I ain't gonna say shit about that until, like, 15 minutes from now. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's fair.
All I'm gonna say is I'm not saying shit.
He said shit twice.
Well, fuck. Let's let's take a little flip of the coin here. Do we have a coin around? I don't have a coin. I was gonna flip a coin.
I do not have a coin.
I'm gonna flip a coin on literally deciding: am I gonna do the New Japan pay-per-view from Friday first, or am I doing SmackDown first? You don't flip your glasses, Case. That's gonna be loud. We have this sticker. I'm gonna throw the sticker up in there. I wish the video was on for this. Well, first of all, Sami Zayn gonna tap out because that's gonna fuck the whole match up.
It would never.
It wouldn't fuck it up, I guess, but to the crossface instead of the crossroads. Come on.
Vertebreaker, let's go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, he's not done. No, sir, not done.
I would have knocked Sammy out of the ring first, but that's just me.
Dude, Cody kicking ass.
Cody not.
1. No way, Jose. We still got a ladder over there, fire over there. The stairs are still intact, and I can't ever live with that.
Sammy, what are you doing?
He's going to put both of us on the ladder at the same time.
I wish that was a thing. 2K25, let's get it.
Let's go, Swerve. Yeah, that's right. I did that.
Yeah,
I'm owning this shit now. Smack.
He's fine.
You know that's not how I finish my story, though. No,
Hell
sir.
Yeah.
I powerbomb people through stuff sometimes, and when I do that, it gets messy.
Boom. Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
I'm finna put him through that fire over there, too. This is an Inferno match.
Let's go. That's what we need back in 2K25.
Bring the Inferno match back, period. I want to see one at Extreme Rules this year.
We'll see.
Okay, let's go.
JML. Boom.
Whose house? 1,
No.
2. Not for Sami Zayn. He's the Intercontinental Champion.
Hell yeah.
He beats Big... oh, fuck. Where's Gunther from? He's not from
Austria.
Germany. Austria, thank you. Austrian men. I was gonna say Norwegian. I was like, he's far from Norway. Here you go, Swerve. Get your pin. 1, 2. Not at all. Not at all. He didn't get a damn thing.
He got blue balled.
We're doing SmackDown first.
Okay. I said blue, so it made sense.
Wait, hold on. Sami Zayn might actually win this. Oh,
Damn.
Sami Zayn gonna be our new champion. Not if Cody has anything to say about it.
All right.
Let's go.
Boom! Toss him across the ring. That's great.
1, 2.
He wins off of a toss. Oh
3.
my god. Cody Rhodes won off of a build.
He didn't pin me.
That's fair. That is fair.
Cody Rhodes is what is this, 2 or 3? This is a 2. 2-time Wrestling in the Middle World Champion.
Let's go.
It's pretty brazy. He also opens SmackDown, and it's about the same from Raw, but shorter. So
good.
Just really addressing to, okay, this is... And I wondered, like, are we getting Cody to SmackDown? I'm wondering, and this is going to be crazy, and please, let's not spend too much time on it, but what if at the draft we're going to switch the world titles back, and the world heavyweight title is going to go to SmackDown again? Because I feel like it's too early for that, but that's also really kind of cool.
I would need to be able to do more thinking on it to be...
I feel like you got overloaded with that one.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, just a second.
Dude, I'm finna breeze through SmackDown.
Let's do it. Let's Tyler breeze through it.
If we go over an hour today, it'll be okay.
It's fine.
I did a 38-minute episode last week, so I feel like all the rest of that time, it gets compensated this time. Especially once we get to New Japan. Yeah, we're going over an hour. Let's go, guys. We're in for the long haul now.
Yeah.
LA Knight wins the first triple threat of the night to advance to the number 1 contenders match for the WWE title. That's happening.
Yeah, it is.
I thought you were going to say yeah. I
already said it ahead of time. I can't just...
You nailed it ahead of time. Once we get this back on, what up, back on.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah, now we're set. Now we're really cooking with some grease.
Or gas, depending.
No, I cook with grease only.
That's fair.
Romanless bloodline. This felt weird to me.
This took a while, yeah.
They appear and they take accountability. Solo interrupts Paul during the accountability meeting and insinuates that losing has consequences.
Yep.
And that comes with change.
Yeah. It's just like, if something doesn't work, you change it.
Tells Jimmy he loves him. He's like, Jimmy, you're my brother. I love you. And you know what that means when that happens.
Yep.
Then He and Tama Tonga jump him.
Mafia tactics right here.
Here's another thing. Like the same thing with Dragunov. Did not expect the reaction that Tama Tonga was going to get. People really actually gave him a reaction like they knew who he was. So
They don't, but yes.
well, it might not be the same world that we think it is. Maybe people in WWE really do like to watch other stuff. I'd like to think that they're liking to branch out and not just be so tribalist.
That's the thing. It's a new era, obviously, for the production and the wrestlers. And everything. Is it a new era for the audience as well?
I feel like it is. It's Cody's era, and it's also, as far as Bloodline goes, it's Solo's era. He smashes Paul's phone to prevent him from calling Roman, and like we are in Solo's Bloodline now.
Yep.
We are 100% in Solo's Bloodline.
Which is funny. You go from Solo losing all those matches after defeating John Cena.
Yeah.
And now he's taking over.
He's taking over. Bayley gives her thank you speeches and you deserve it. And gets interrupted by Tiffy Time, who thinks it's an open challenge. Instead, I love this. I love this because a lot of people were complaining as soon as she got here. And I said, even after I complained, I said, hold on, stop the complaining. Instead, Bayley lets her know that she's giving a title shot to Naomi, which Tiffy responds, couldn't even win a title if it glowed in the dark. I laughed my ass off at that one.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh. Naomi challenges Tiffy to a match before accepting the challenge, gets a pinfall win over her. Naomi hate eradicated. Deleted. Almost hit you.
Well, we'll see. I have a feeling Tiffany's going to cost her.
Okay, here's another tweet. Tweet time.
Tweet time.
New rule. Chelsea Green can only go to what show Samantha Irvin is on. Mike Rome cannot do her intro right.
This is fair.
She can only go where Samantha Irvin goes. So either Samantha to SmackDown or Chelsea back on Raw 100%. I'm ready for the draft, too. I mean, we were there live last year. It was really cool.
Hype.
I'm always excited for
I need
it.
a break before the draft, though. I'm going to be honest, guys.
I'm sleepy.
I got busy weeks.
Finish off SmackDown real quick so we can move on. AJ Styles wins the other triple threat match to advance. I didn't even get to see the finish. I was waiting on my pizza to come. But LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
It was a sick finish. How could you?
Tell me about it real quick as I switch.
God, it was Styles, Kevin, right?
Yeah, it was Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and
Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
So.
Who's that jumping up?
I can't remember how it ended, how we got to this point, but Styles clashes someone from the top rope onto the other one.
Yeah.
And then pins the one he Styles clashed. He immediately rolls him up and pins him.
I'm going to go back and watch this finish. I want to see it.
It's a really good finish.
Makes me sad that I didn't see a good finish. So, as you heard already, too, this week instead of ROH Hour, we're running the New Japan pay-per-view. I actually made like 2 notes for ROH, but it wasn't really that conducive. It could all wait. The New Japan Windy City Riot pay-per-view was out of this world. Let me go ahead and start going through it.
Let's go.
So, open the main card with Ren Narita winning in a banger against Minoru Suzuki. Naruto getting the push over there. He really is.
Yeah, it's good they're pushing the young guys, yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer retains the Strong Women's title. Then, UK Women's legend Alex Windsor comes out to challenge her for Resurgence. Yeah, Alex Windsor getting a New Japan Strong Women's title opportunity.
I've heard a lot about Stephanie. I haven't actually sat down to watch any of her stuff. But
as I always say, I'm glad I'm this guy now. I've seen her live. Really good.
Damn.
Yeah, seen her live at the Lone Star Shootout pay-per-view. So, Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste of TMDK pull a big win in the Fatal 4-Way for the New Japan Openweight Tag Team Championships. Yeah, so
the Mighty Don't Kneel?
New champs. After the match, West Coast Wrecking Crew attack just newly teamed Fred Rosser and Tom Lawler, and they cut on Tom Lawler's hair and start eating it and like making Rosser eat it. It was fucking weird, dude.
What is going on?
Yeah, it was kind of, I guess it's a thing that they'd done before. I hadn't seen it before because I don't get to watch New Japan as much as I want to, but yeah, they started cutting on his hair. They're eating it, feeding it to Rosser. It was a wild scene for just a casual viewer. Wild scene.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's the thing that happened.
This is the one a lot of people I feel like are talking about, should be talking about. And this kind of, I'm glad we're at this now because this is going to go back to something you were just saying. As far as, I agree with a lot of AEW's tactics now that I look at Jack Perry perspective kind of deal. It's better to lean into the the negativity sometimes to draw something out of it, and that's what Jack Perry did. He entered the Wintrust Arena in Chicago with armed security, draped in the Chicago flag, doing the whole thing.
His pants were shattered glass.
I didn't even get that part. Yeah, they were shattered glass. It was a whole thing. Had to know it was going to get crazy, but wrestles a good match with Shota Umino and milks the CM Punk stuff to like the epitome, the pinnacle of how much you can milk this shit. He did. And that cost him the match. That's kind of the story that you tell in the ring there.
Yeah.
And plus, Shota Umino is really, really getting that push
over
there. So
I just realized the funny parallel here between Jack Perry and Drew McIntyre.
It is kind of
CM
similar.
Punk obsession costing them.
Yeah, and Jack Perry is actually Drew McIntyre's biological son. No, I'm kidding. That's not a real thing. Again, great match. But without the crowd, I don't think it would have been half as good.
No.
And Jack Perry can't ride that Punk wave forever. That sounds cool. This is Punk wave. Can't ride the Punk wave forever, just saying. Was cool after the match. He showed his respect for Shota Umino, which you should, and shook his hand, raised his arm in victory, then flipped off the crowd one more time before giving Shota the ring. So
that's great.
You should have worn your Mustafa Ali shirt today, man.
I'm sorry, guys.
Mustafa Ali versus Hiromu Takahashi was the perfect balance of sports entertainment and pro wrestling. It was the absolute perfect balance of those two things. Ali wins on an exciting, well-delivered finish, too. Damn. It was a really great match, and I wasn't even expecting it to be bad or good. I just expected it to be a mid-card match. Dude, they did that. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm so proud of Ali. I'm also proud of him, like, speaking out on all the things he is and still being a key component in the New Japan and everywhere. Like,
dude, that's so good. Ask a quick question about Ali, because you really follow his career, and I gather that you've probably followed a lot of what he's been doing outside of WWE now. X Division champion in TNA, but what's Dreamwave? Why is this the first time I've heard of Dreamwave wrestling? And
that's one I am not familiar with.
He's holding a title from over there, and I thought it was a beautiful design. Shout out Dreamwave Wrestling with a beautifully designed title.
No clue. If I had to guess, it's probably a Chicago-based one.
That'd be cool.
Because he is from Chicago, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
If you guys are Dreamwaves fans, leave it in the comments. Send us some links. Send us some matches.
Yeah.
I want to get into this. I'll look it up on my own, but leave it in the comments.
I mean, I have time now, but
interact.
We got a show to go.
Yeah, we start the 8-man Riot Rules match between Gabe Kidd and Eddie Kingston, and Kidd, of course, comes out with the Bullet Club War Dog members: David Finlay, Kenta, Clark Connors. Eddie comes out with United Empire's TJP, Jeff Cobb, and Homicide as well. He brought his hero Homicide out with him. So
as only Eddie Kingston can.
Yeah, match was as fucking bananas as you would expect that match to be. It was bananas all over the place. War Dogs walk away with the win, but the fight very much doesn't end there. In fact, it intensifies and gets more wild after the match is over. Eddie gets on the microphone to call Gabe Kidd a twat and challenge him to a last man standing match in May at Resurgence.
That's what's up. I've seen a bit of what Gabe Kidd's been doing. There's that one promo he has.
Oh, man.
That's a bad man.
Dude, Gabe Kidd is a hell of a wrestler, and he's a hell of a talent, and he's going to beat somebody, and that's why Will Ospreay is so adamant to, like, put him over behind the scenes. But his fucking, like, boastful attitude, I can't put my finger on it. This is something that rubs me the wrong way about him.
That means he's doing his job right.
I know. That's what I said. I gotta respect him, but man, I just don't like him. Zack Sabre Jr. surprisingly wins back the TV title off of Matt Riddle. It was a really technical clinic too, but
as you would expect,
I didn't see okay, why did we? I understood.
Why did we lose it in the first place?
I understood. Okay, you can't have Riddle beat Sabre for the title, so you have to put it on Tanahashi, transition it over to Riddle. But just to put it back on Sabre Jr., who's saying he's going after the heavyweight title, make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense.
I've heard a lot about New Japan's booking lately. It's very odd.
It is, but it'll make sense in May. He tries to dip off to the pub, but Jeff Cobb interrupts him. Side note I have to make here, Zach calls him Hawaiian Jeff, and I laughed at that really hard. Hawaiian Jeff, though, coming for the TV title. So, Love that. How do you feel about the look of the New Japan TV title? Let's ask you, because I'm the only person in the world that seems to like it, apparently. But maybe there's one more.
It's not the best one.
I don't know why I like it so much, and everyone hates it. Nick Namath retains the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship in a fucking heater against Tomohiro Ishii. And
Go.
that title design, I would argue, is worse than the TV title design.
Damn. I think I might actually agree with that.
Yeah, I don't like that global one. I miss... damn, my UK title's over there in the other room. I had it last week on the show. I love that thing. Main event, big fight feel.
Let's go.
Mox versus Naito. Match, of course, delivered. Mox is going to deliver. Naito's going to deliver. Match delivered. Mox, of course, bled. That had to happen. Jon Moxley becomes the first man ever to hold the WWE title, the AEW title, and the IWGP title. Heavyweight, of course.
Wait, I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I don't know if this is
know
a gang
either,
sign.
I don't know, man. It's not, though. You're good. Fucking awesome moment. Dude, this is really, really awesome. Mox's immediate message, of course, is he's not sitting at the top of the mountain just to be there scared, and calls out Shatu Mino, again, who's getting that push over there, as his next challenger, but he gets attacked by formerly mentioned at the opening of the show, Ren Narita, who says, nah, I'm next, and then shot to the rescue, Hiro Shatu Mino. So, close this special segment by saying again how awesome of a moment. Jon Moxley's IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He's going to defend the title against both guys, and he's going to retain it both times. So. Yeah,
probably. It's also good, though, that they're giving these young guys these matches that they need to build them up. I know that's a big complaint about New Japan right now. They don't have a lot of established talent.
Right, and now that they have Okada and Ospreay moving out of there, excuse me, I feel like there's so much room to fill that gap now. No, I think they'll do it. Because I've said it before, New Japan is going to be a constant throughout wrestling, I feel like. Until somebody can say otherwise, they're always going to be a constant.
Well, I mean, we probably missed it, but today, Rossy Ogata is announcing his new promotion.
Oh, we probably missed it because we're doing a show.
That's probably female, so it's okay.
On to Collision and Battle of the Belts, and this will probably move along pretty quickly, but Claudio and Danielson open the show with a promo to get me fired the fuck up. That always works. That always seems to work.
My brother asked me, he said, so why did they get rid of Claudio again? I was like, I think it's because they thought he couldn't cut a promo. And he's like,
It's right there, brother.
Yeah.
It's right there, brother. Quickly, though, to the opening match. We don't spend too much time on promos over on this program, which is the trios match between House of Black and Andretti and Top Flight, which actually wasn't Top Flight completely. It was Matt Sydal filling in for...
Darius out getting his pilot license.
Yeah, Top Flight.
Top Flight actually pilots.
Yeah.
Really good match, though.
It's no shock who wins that match, though. I mean, when you just kind of put like three high flyers together against the House of Black, you know where you're going, but you enjoy the ride nonetheless.
Yeah, it's funny because I said, for someone who seemingly doesn't want to be there, Malachi was sure putting out some innovative moves in there.
Oh, he wants to be there more than he knows. I think that was just rumor anyway. But
maybe, yeah.
What's really cool, we see Athena, Lexi, and Billy Starks take this minion gimmick that has been running for a while on ROH onto Collision Television. And I'm excited because I think this is them transitioning Athena over into AEW.
That's what it seemed like, yeah. Part of me also thought that the whole reason they had her was because they had no one else to fill out that main event slot that they, for a title match.
It's like I've been saying, doesn't matter how you get there sometimes. You just kind of enjoy that it's there.
Yeah.
Pac says even though Okada thinks he's God's gift to pro wrestling, Pac thinks he's crap. I don't agree, but that's what he said, not me. Okada's going to kick his ass at Dynasty.
He is, but I love
probably the outcome.
I love Pac's promos.
Amen. They let Thunder Rosa talk, and I fucking hate it. Not because of her accent or the inconsistencies that may be caused by language, communication errors, but because nothing she says draws interest out of me is the thing. I felt the need to clarify because so many people make it like a cultural or like racially slanderous type thing. When I say I don't like her, and it's not that, I don't like her, and that's judgmentally unfair, guys. You can't say that.
I genuinely agree with his point. To me, Thunder Rosa is slow on the mic, slow in the ring, and I get it, language barriers and things like that.
But this is aside from that.
There's just something about like the way she conducts herself at all times. Just makes
Even if she sat here and articulated as clearly as day could be, the context of what she says draws no interest out of me.
Yeah, a lot of it felt repetitive, and then a lot of it was like standard babyface fare.
Yeah.
And I have no interest in seeing Thunder Rosa hold that title. I'm being honest. I will say I had more interest in her promo than I do in any of her wrestling. And I'm being perfectly honest.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I was watching Hikaru Shida on the television screen over there while that was going down. Tag team title match at Dynasty turns into a ladder match. I wanted the steel cage, like I said.
But we got a stipulation.
A ladder match. Guys, a ladder match. Hilarious. Let's get the clip out. Sorry, we got to cut the screen real quick. I'm going to play a clip for him. So, hilariously annoying botch spot during the Collision main event. First of all, did you get to Collision? Did you watch Collision? You had a busy week. It's okay if you
I watched
didn't.
Collision and Battle of the Belts, but
Let's go.
I think I may have missed this part.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Let me go ahead and put this up here so we can get the...
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we're doing this. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh, no, I did see this.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
What?
Oh, wrong thing.
Oh.
Whoa. It's okay, guys. We're just having technical difficulties. The whole thing just moved.
I'm glad you guys can't see that part.
They can see everything. We have a camera over there in the corner. Oh, Phil forgot to set that one up.
You mean Cardblade?
He's fired. Did you miss last week when I fired him?
I thought you rehired him.
Nope. All
Why
right.
is he hanging around then? Tell him to get the fuck out.
He's losing his mind, but he's doing exactly what Don Callis wants.
Look at him moving that thing.
The concrete
Steps on it, thinks that's gonna keep it there.
They're gonna take him out, Brandon Nixon.
He looks over, he's like, pick it out.
Golden Goose. It fell back, and now,
It's alright, though. This is fucking hilarious.
He's had plenty of injuries over the last year and a half. Well, this could be the last one right here.
What? Well,
What the fuck? Fuck it.
man, what would have made it so much cringier, too, though, is if they had tried to do it again. Had they kept trying it would have made it worse. They actually made up for it by having a spectacular match after that.
They did. I will say, there's been a lot of these occurrences where I genuinely think this is God saying, let's not fuck up Bryan Danielson.
I know, it's like they're trying to, and I get that, like, it could be a thing of, like, they want us to have that sort of, like, intense fear, like, is this match not going to happen because they're going to hurt him? Hey, what's up? We're back again. Is this match not going to happen because we're going to hurt him? And I get that's part of it, but stop playing with my fucking emotions.
The poor guy's been through a lot. Like, let's chill for a little bit.
Yeah,
This is his last full year.
Let's let him get to Dynasty in one piece, 100%, have an amazing match, one that people talk about for the annals of time.
And then eventually face Nigel McGuinness.
That all in. That's how we finish the story. Claudio and Danielson, of course, get the win there. Not big surprise there. We sign off Collision with Takeshita coming and attacking Claudio. More specifically, like we were just talking about, Bryan Danielson before this big pay-per-view match, guys. The big pay-per-view match.
And he looks to be a little hurt, but he's fine.
My favorite thing, I didn't get to watch it live, but I tried to do it, replicate it in my own during doing the replays. I love when they switch from Collision to Battle of the Belts, like, immediately. It's so fun.
The thing that got me was during the last match, all the figures and the Woo energy drinks they had on the table were all spilled out everywhere.
Say it.
By the time they get to the next match, it's all back in the same place.
Well, okay, so you didn't say what I thought you were going to say, though. What bothered me about that, as somebody who collects figures, I did not like seeing those figures thrown on the ground and kicked. And,
okay, that was especially when they were like looking like the thing with me is like, okay, you could throw a figure around, it won't get too damaged. When it looked like they're about to step on it, I was like, no. Hobbs, watch your step, man. Don't step on that figure. Come on, man.
Shibata lets Hook know that he's got his back tonight, but Hook says, nah, man, I'm good. I'm Gucci. So,
wait.
What you got?
Bet.
I loved that. I love Shibata more than life
I love
itself.
Shibata with the fun promos.
Opening up Battle of the Belts, you got the FTW title match, which sees Hook get beat the fuck up and, like, utterly trash talked to a pulp.
I was brushing
the verbal
my teeth.
beating.
I was brushing my teeth at that point.
No.
So I missed it, but I heard from my brother from the other room. He's like, he's getting the fuck beat out of him. Like,
Dude,
actually.
He got physically beat up, sure, but verbally, he was bruised up, beaten, bloodied, battered, all the B words that are associated with getting demolished.
Is this punishment for possibly going free agency?
No, I don't like that.
That's not how AEW...
He chokes out Shane Taylor to finish the match, too. It looked a little weird, but he got choked out, so...
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Kyle O'Reilly wishes Rocky Romero good luck in his match against Roderick Strong.
I just knew, and I didn't call the specific person, but I did call this happening.
It wasn't enough to get him the win, but it was enough to put him into a position that gets him what I said earlier in the show we all fucking want so bad, and that is Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong, international title at Dynasty. It's happening.
So it's funny because I
hyped.
said Cole needed to attack him to get his aura back, but instead Roderick does, and now I said it, and I don't know if I mean it. Roderick could honestly take over as leader of the kingdom.
You think?
I don't think that's
I'm
going to
down.
happen, but that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't see it, but I'm down. I'd be like super down. Closing out Battle of the Belts, Red Velvet versus Athena was a solid ass match. I will always make a note of that. That was just Athena retains. Nobody's surprised. Sure, solid fucking match. Red Velvet cooks, dude.
Oh yeah.
Athena and Billy get to jumping Red Velvet, and Queen Aminata come to save the day. And this actually kind of goes back to something I was talking about in our ROH special, as far as like, where do we go with Aminata from losing that TV title match? And we said it then. I feel like it's coming to fruition now. Queen Aminata could be stepping into the realm of facing Athena for the world title, and that's
sense.
awesome. She's worked her ass off to get there.
One thing I question, which I don't watch Ring of Honor as regularly, but
ROH Club.
we have Billy Starks, the women's TV champion, and you have Athena, the the women's champion.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go with that? Like, I guess I kind of get it, but it seems like I don't get giving that whole faction both belts.
Yeah, I don't see it going out into long term, but I could see them doing it just for a little bit, because again, you've had so much time invested, and they've really carried ROH with this storyline too.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Aside from this, the only other thing that got me bringing ROH to the table was the Dalton Castle Johnny TV stuff. So again, that's why it makes sense, and I don't see them going too long out with it. So I got a surprise for you. We're not going to end the show there on Battle of the Belts.
Got a surprise. I love the surprise.
Since Cody Rhodes was their new Wrestling in the Middle World Champion, I didn't call it. Again, I told you, I can lose sometimes. That happens. There is a second match, and it was played on WWE 2K24, because now that the Wrestling in the Middle World title is there and our champion is also there, not fucked up, we can watch this match. So, Damian Priest, who actually, spoiler, was supposed to be originally in the match, but I forgot about him. Sad, I know. I forgot about him, so I didn't get to put him in a match. It was supposed to be a fatal 4-way. So I said, hey, let's take the Wrestling in the Middle men's world title, put it on 2K24, run this match. I'm going to run it. We're going to kill the camera again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cody Rhodes!
I was going to say Puerto Rico.
I said Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry.
Fair.
I didn't mean to diminish that moment. Now we're going to call this match and go home. This is the go home match.
The go home match.
Is there anything you wanted to bring up to the table that you didn't get to talk about today?
So I just want to say, you mentioned Noam Dar possibly going for the Intercontinental Championship, and that sounds so good to me. We know we have the Clash of the Castle in Scotland. Obviously,
Let's go.
Noam Dar's from Scotland.
Let's go. He's a Scottish supernova.
Let's do it.
Dude, I know. It's just something I was thinking. I was like, well, Noam Dar could be running for the NXT title. Or, when Sami Zayn does an open challenge, he gets his... And yeah. But what you just said threw that out of the water. I'm like, let's take Noam Dar to Clash at the Castle.
Oh.
Win the Universal title there.
I forgot this tweet from Yjack. Yjack's Twitter game is... If Drew hadn't won that category...
Yeah.
Yjack should have won it. Gonna beat Homeboy so bad, He so badly he thinks he will think he's in the Meta 5 with Alicia Fox.
Let's go.
Oh my God, White Jack.
There's Cody with the men's world title. And see this, you see the side plate here too. The ROH side plate is actually an ROH title. I'm telling you, Cody's just strapped up, man. He stays strapped.
Oh yeah,
I'm not letting you do anything.
Go ahead. I mean, if you have anything you need to add, go ahead,
Nope, just Cody Rhodes. I'm just gonna mark out on Cody Rhodes for
Cody Rhodes,
another hour.
Cody Rhodes, Cody.
Bro, that's copyright.
Oh, is it?
Can't do that.
Dang it.
That is not okay. I'm glad you sent that. Sent the tweet to me.
Yeah, we're doing off-the-show things during the show because we're watching entrances right now. We got a little time.
I'm never going to cut the entrances. People like entrances. Someone pointed that out to me one day during WWE 2K15, I think it was. Yeah, it was 15. And I was like, well, I never think about other people. So that's why I leave entrances on. I do it for the other people.
We do it for the people.
I remember when I went over to your place and you had the entrances turned off, and I was like, what kind of animal are you?
Hey, listen. Bet.
Amen.
That
I have no bookmarks, I think. Plus, anything I bookmarked, I did it on the personal account. I was off the show's Twitter all week because this was supposed to be vacation week,
I
quote
got
unquote.
something I have to send to you afterwards. It's about a certain Hollywood person.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Did you see the back and forth between Zelina Vega and some of her fans?
I did, a lot. I, read too much into it. I remember it was really funny. Spoiler alert, because you're going to see this episode before the unboxing video comes out, but I got a Kenny Omega DVD in my AEW crate this month, and I remember for 45 minutes to an hour, I was going through every screenshot from both parties, trying to, come to a verdict. And I realized, damn, this is really long and drawn out, and I'm getting bored and confused. And then I started watching the Kenny Omega DVD. It's hell yeah, wrestling.
Yeah.
Tully Blanchard's on our TV screen.
I didn't want to get too much into it, but as a creative myself, I kind of... I try to advocate for, the rights of creators.
Yeah.
I want to make sure no one's getting screwed over. I don't know what the actual verdict is, by the way.
Well,
I'm just bringing it up.
Judging by the screenshots, in a less intrusive way of finding out, the base thing here to leave from or take away from it is what I'm trying to say, is that the artist specifically said, I don't want payment for it, and then later on came back and said, why have you not paid me type shit. And it wasn't that confrontational. It was more so of okay, I'm changing my mind now, I'm sorry, but this and that. And yeah, it turns into a whole ugly
verbal
situation.
agreements and stuff like that. That's what the courts decide. We don't.
I don't want to do all that. I want to watch pro wrestling. I want to watch Bisexual Undertaker versus the undisputed, undeniable, undivided, unintruded. I'm running out of words. I'm sorry.
Undisputed. Well, you already said undisputed.
That's how I started.
Do
you think he'll change the title design?
I thought he would by now.
A lot of people want it. I don't see by now, but I see it down the line. I mean, again, he's the one who changed the IC title from my favorite design. Fuck you for that, Cody.
Damn.
I love him to death. So happy for him. Fuck you for taking away my favorite Intercontinental title design.
He's fine. He's just getting kneed repeatedly. That's a lot of knees. No, he's fine.
Dude, beating the fuck out of Damian Priest.
Wouldn't you?
I would try. He's a pretty big dude. Jeez. He's going to end it with a power bomb.
That's what I do. Well,
I mean, he's the new Undertaker, right?
I love this adorable tweet from Axiom. It's a picture of his dog.
Adorable Axiom.
And, well, here. You can say it.
Yeah,
we'll put it on the screen whenever I send it to you.
As I say, you're going to have to send it to me.
It says, brought him the NXT gold, but all he wanted was Pollito. You gotta...
Damn, what a moonsault.
But I don't see... Where's the Pollito? I just see a
One.
shark. Where's the chicken? Axiom. Are you okay?
Damn, you just got... Damian Priest has not had one offensive move
He's
in this
not.
whole match.
This is what his title reign is going to consist of, guys.
He gets beat the fuck up for 10 minutes and then gets saved by Dominic Mysterio.
Yep. That's what I do.
Get out, come back in.
What is going on? Pedigree?
Do you want me to break the fourth wall as to what happened, or you want me to wait on that one? Oh, come on, man. I was wrong. It was Finn Balor coming to save the day, not Dom. Break the fourth wall a little bit just because I know it's fun to do that sometimes. I couldn't remember how to do the Cody Cutter again. I always forget how to do the Cody Cutter. Psych, you can't get me. Crossroads, bitch.
My God. This is terrible.
How is that legal?
Is this a no disqualification?
No, it's not. That's what fucked me up. Is like, that's not legal. Holy shit.
He barely caught him, too.
I know, he was walking away. I had to catch him on the fly. Dude. Alright, first offensive move, and it takes out Charles Robinson, too. Lil Nate.
That's because he's so powerful.
While we're still here, let's make a great note. Because no one else really has called Charles Robinson Lil Nate in like a long time, and Pat McAfee did. Yeah, we have, like, we around here.
Oh, yeah.
Off a drop kick, bro. Off a fucking drop kick.
He just got pinned up. Well, that's
say it all the time. It's like, Lil Nate. But then when Pat McAfee said it, my ears stood up. Because, like,
wait, what?
We're saying it on, like,
okay.
TV. Okay.
Let's go.
Anyway, cool note.
I can't believe he lost to a drop kick. Like, if that's any indication of how his title run's gonna go, this is gonna be a very sad title run.
It is what it is, man. Thank you so much for coming back. I missed you.
Hell yeah.
Cardblade cannot do your job.
Hey, you tried.
I've been up all night, baby, I keep it going. Catching flight after flight, hit me up in the morning. Wanna say